What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber as always, guys. Welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, it's a sad day in Philly as of yesterday. I did a story a few weeks ago about the shooting death, the police shooting death of Eddie Irizarry. He was a Puerto Rican brother out there in Philadelphia, Kensington area to be exact. Shout out to Philly. And he was gunned down by this policeman right here. This is Mark Dial, Officer Mark Dial of the Philadelphia Police Department. The body cam evidence came out, opened the eyes of everybody across America. They tried to cover up the crime when they shot him. When Mark Dial shot him 6 times, said he had a knife, pulled a knife on him while in the car. That came out to be a lie. Yesterday, guys, they dropped the charges, and this man walked out of court with his nose up in the air like, I told you. In addition with the serious problems we have across this country with dealing with each other, we also have problems in the police force, such as this. And when I say the police force, I'm also talking about the justice system itself. It's a fucking joke nowadays. You know it's a joke when young people don't even care about it or getting caught. Criminals alike. You can call the cops right in front of somebody, they'll still do what they're gonna do to you. And you still lose your life. But this guy right here, Mr. Irizarry, should have never lost his. I'm gonna play this to you guys, the news that came out, and at the end of, in the description box below, I'll have the full police video provided by ABC News, Philadelphia, unedited. You tell me if this guy should be in jail or not. But I'm gonna play this video first. We're gonna come back and really get on this, because I'm gonna show something to you guys that a lot of you guys are programmed not to think about. Check this out.
Now at 4 o'clock, charges dismissed. The case against former Philadelphia police officer Mark Dial has been thrown out after defense attorneys argued today that he acted in self-defense when he shot and killed Eddie Irizarry in August. The judge threw out the case, citing a lack of evidence. Tuesday afternoon, I'm Sarah Bloomquist.
And I'm Brian Taft. The big story on Action News today is that unexpected twist in the case against former officer Mark Dial. The DA's office has already filed a motion to reinstate all the charges. Action
News reporter Maggie Kent was in court today when the judge made this ruling. She's live now in Center City with the full details. Maggie.
Sarah and Brian, shock, surprise, disgust on one side of the courtroom. This courtroom was packed when Judge Pugh made her decision to throw out all of the charges against former Philadelphia police officer Mark Dial. For Mark Dial's family, it was cheering, but for the family of Eddie Irizarry, it was anguish and a feeling, a temporary one, of defeat.
There should have been justice today. This is sad. This is really sad because there goes, again, your officers can go out here and kill a person that's not doing anything and get away with murder.
Leaving the courthouse in tears, the family of Eddie Irizarry is demanding an appeal. Today, Judge Wendy Pugh dismissed all charges against former officer Mark Dial, who fatally shot Irizarry 6 times during an erratic driving traffic stop in Kensington on August 14th. The body camera footage of Dial was shown, as was body camera footage from Michael Morris, his partner, who testified today. This is surveillance video of the incident. It was played as prosecutors argued for first-degree murder, third-degree murder, voluntary manslaughter, aggravated assault, and other charges. Judge Pugh cited insufficient evidence for such charges.
How can it be lack of evidence? The evidence is there in your face. The videos was played in the courtroom, all of the videos. What is lack of evidence to you, Judge?
The district attorney's office is already filing paperwork for an appeal, refiling the same charges against Dial.
We will be appealing this decision by the end of the day.
The defense for Mark Dial, who was dismissed from the police force, says this was the right decision.
There's no doubt about the fact that he believed it was a gun. And the video shows that after he fired, he continued to try to take cover. You only take cover when you believe it's a gun. The only right thing to do happened here in this case, and that was a dismissal of all charges.
Again, the district attorney's office has already filed a motion to reinstate all of the charges against the former police officer. That includes first-degree and third-degree murder, a voluntary manslaughter, aggravated assault, and other charges. Dial has been freed after spending 1 week behind bars as he awaited this preliminary hearing today.
All right, guys, that's what happened. And I'm going to be dead honest with you. That leaves a bad stain in the Justice Department in the city of Philadelphia. That was a slap in the face of both the citizens there and that family. They showed them no respect. You threw the court case out for lack of evidence. What is the video? Just like the mother said, what is the video? Seriously, what is the video? That don't count for nothing? When I seen the video, I'd seen all I needed to see. How about you guys out there? I told you before, man. Stuff like this happens all the time. You need to think twice before you go out here and start doing something that involves having the police come after you or any interaction with them. Now, all police are not bad. I'm not saying that. But this opened the door for a couple of things. First thing was this. When you're scared, it's okay to shoot because you got to preserve the badge first over everything else. We'll sort it out later. That's what they tell you. Do what you got to do. We'll sort it out later. Such is the case right here. Not even a slap on the wrist. Judge threw this out. Prosecution had lack of evidence. It's not enough evidence to convict him. It wasn't no evidence to convict him when he lied and said he had a recanted statement, said he had a knife, and that's what spurred him to shoot him. So the whole fear factor thing he said was BS. Y'all agree or disagree? No suppression of evidence or anything like that because he lied. He lied. First degree murder, I don't see. But all other charges, yeah. He was sitting in jail a week, waiting for this to happen. And I'm going to tell you another thing. And I want you to really hear me on this. Stuff like this happens, and it doesn't have nothing to do with race. It has something to do with favor. Favor. Somebody owes somebody a favor. He was the favor. Get him off. Throw it out. I guarantee you. I want you guys to look at a TV show. It's a TV series. A lot of you guys watched it. It was out years ago. It's called Suits, where it talks about these lawyers in New York and how people call them up for favors, and they know people that know people that know people, and they get people off the hook like that. This is the same thing. These police forces around the nation have different organizations that work with them and certain lawyers that work with them that know other lawyers, no judges, this and that, and they get them off. Somebody made money out of this. What you think that defense lawyer made? From taxpayer dollars. What you think he made? He made a killing. So did the judge that threw this out. And the thing that's messed up is there are a lot of good cops out there. And this right here stains them. It stains them. This man went up a one-way street, right? Didn't even know the cops was behind him. Everybody does crazy stuff with cars sometimes. Everybody does. But that didn't warrant him losing his life. He parked the car. Then the cops came, cut him off, didn't have time to get out the car. You pulled a gun, threatening to shoot him, and then do it. He had his hands up with the keys. That was on camera. I'm all the way in Houston and saw that. How come they didn't? It's favors. They had favors. They did a favor for somebody. Now, next time it'll be a bigger favor for them. That's just how it goes. It's messed up. They over there, yesterday they acting crazy in Philly and stuff, protesting, which they should. And I got another story about the craziness they did, which I didn't like. But I mean, the city should be outraged. If y'all gonna protest, just hear me out. If y'all gonna protest, look at when the homeless guy, the Michael Jackson impersonator, I did a story on, I forgot his name. May he rest in peace. Look at how them people protested for what happened to him when he was choked to death in the subway and they had to switch it around and go get that guy that did it. Look at the tactics they used. Look at what they did. And use that. Get your best speakers, your community leaders that organize the protest. Get your best speakers and you make sure the media is down there and you make sure you get your point across that this is a slap in the face. This is bad. Anybody with eyes would have seen what Officer Dial did was totally out of line, unprofessional, and unpolice-like in upholding the damn law. I feel so bad for that family because I really thought they was going to get justice. Eddie Irizarry should still be here. He should. That could have been me, could have been you, or whoever. All he did was put his hands up while the guy was running up on him and he blasted him. Didn't even have a chance to take his keys out of his hand. Disgraceful. Did you see how he came out the courtroom? I told you, like he knew. Then another thing is this, courtroom packed. You got a man that was innocently killed and a family that loves the man that killed him. They say he's getting off, they cheer in front of the victims. How unprofessional and classless is that? How? The justice system is a joke out there and a lot of other places. It's crazy how this man blatantly shot somebody with their hands in the air, right? But a criminal will do something in the street and get a slap on the wrist. Not what you know, is who you know. And this is a prime case. Everybody fighting over black and white. Blue is the new white. I'm telling you. Blue is the new white. You see it. You run around here arguing with white folks that ain't got nothing to do with slavery nowadays and don't even know what the fight is really about from people that's complaining. And we banging heads, and that's the confusion. You know what I'm saying? That's the confusion they want us to do. Keep banging heads. They can profit off of that while their fingers go and touch different areas and profit from it. This is a perfect example. Another thing, the area he was in, I think that played a role in how they treated this case. You know, Kensington is where they got that big epidemic of a lot of people on drugs and stuff like that. It's had a history. I used to stay there. It had a history of roughness, you know, being, you know, it has a reputation. I guarantee you, in a room sitting back, somebody was like, I'm not going to throw away a good officer for somebody that was in Kensington and went down a one-way street. He knew better. Look, throw this crap out. Do me this favor. Tell me if y'all agree or disagree with anything I said. I think this is about favoritism. Somebody did a favor and is now owed a favor. I can't believe he walked out of there and it's like, I was scared. And there's nothing wrong with being fearful. That's a normal emotion. But you wasn't scared in that position of a man with his hands up with keys in his hands, bro. Then you try the proof that you wasn't scared. You realize you messed up when you oh, he had a knife. He came at me with a knife. When the footage came back, he really didn't come at me with a knife. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you're going to protest, make sure you focus your protest to the police department and the people out there that has something to do with this verdict. Now, I'm not inciting violence or telling y'all to tear the city up. But I mean, y'all want to go and loot places. They have nothing to do with this boy's death. Strike at the source. Protest. Show them as a city you won't stand for this. It's your time. Do something. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.